What's going on, guys? It's your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video, we're going back to Australia once again. Alright, now we know that is one of the bedrocks of tyranny, okay? I mean, it's laying the foundation of what the future could look like for mankind. Now, if it's your first time to the channel, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. But right here, 9 News, alright? They're bringing us a little bit of a PSA, a public service announcement, that we've got fugitives on the run, okay? Fugitives on the run out there, and it seems that they have escaped said quarantine camp. So I'm not going to keep talking before before this video. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to let this thing roll out, and we're going to pause it intermittently and give our breakdown on this. Without further ado, let's let this clip roll out.
Good morning. We start with breaking news out of Darwin, where 3 people have escaped from the Howard Springs COVID quarantine facility. Talia Sava's there for us. Talia, good morning.
Let's just think how this sounds right out again. 3 people have escaped from the Howard Springs COVID quarantine community, okay? The disease that should not be named. And I named it, stricken I shall be. It's like, bud. Yeah, this is breaking news now. Breaking news. They ain't got nothing else. This quarantine camp. Bud. Some fugitives have escaped. If you've seen these people, please dial whatever the hell the phone numbers is out there in Australia. Come on now. What is this? Let's keep going.
There's a search underway right now.
Yes, that's right, Davina. Good morning to you. We've been told the trio scaled the fence in the early hours of this morning. Police receiving reports around 4:40 a.m. Now, major police checkpoints have been set up around Howard Springs for the past several hours. As you can see in these pictures, they've been conducting thorough searches in cars.
Whoa! Okay, so here's how it starts off with, all right? 3 people, they scaled the fence, all right? So this is a rather high fence, okay? Scaled said fence. 4:40 a.m. They're on the run. We've got checkpoints. We searching people's rides for the folks who got out of the quarantine facility. Boo! What kind of nonsense do they got going on? But I told you, man. I mean, but they sending people to folks' house and then they dragging them away to these quarantine facilities. I've heard that they go into grabbing up the Aborigines out there, bud. What about the Aboriginal people, okay? Dang, man. Oh, we're trying to keep them safe. So we're going to lock... Bo, hold on a second. You're going to drag me out to this camp that's got a fence that I can scale. But does that not sound like a prison? Let your boy know. I'm trying to figure the thing out. And I know folks going to spit, this is the way to keep the community safe. Man, my ass, man. This leads to some other shit, okay? That's just all there is to it. Bo. Well, they stopping traffic and they checking. Folk grasping this. Traffic check, looking for the folk. Come on, man. This is tough, bud.
Boots, checking vehicle registrations, cars and buses alike. But in the last half an hour...
Checking registration, cars and buses. Get out, but we got to do a search. We're looking for these 3 folks who escaped. I mean, they're a danger to society, all right? It's like they let out some serial killers or something. Man, they acting like Bud Hannibal Lecter, Michael Myers, and and my man Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre all broke out in the same day. We gotta find them. Some folk gonna get slaughtered, bud. They act like those type of folk broke out, man. Like Gacy broke out. You know what I'm saying? This was a Dahmer. They had like those are the folks that broke out. But it's some folks that ain't trying to stay up in this camp. You done went to their crib, grabbed them up, and drug them out here. And it's like, man, we got to find these people, bud. They could cause a mass casualty event. That's what they acting like this is.
Well, what we understand is they've actually been dismantled. Exactly why, that hasn't been confirmed. Hopefully good news. We're also not sure yet who these people...
What do you mean, hopefully good news? They said they were dismantled, but you see right out here where they're checking, folks. They've been dismantled. We ain't sure why, but hopefully that's some good news. Good news for who? What does that mean? Is that the fugitives have been caught and brought to justice? I mean... Man... But they making this everyday news. Just like, oh, it's just something that just happens, you know. People break out of quarantine camps. We start shutting down traffic, doing traffic checks, checking your license, making you get out your car. We're checking the boot of your car and, you know, stopping buses. And, yep, it's just everyday life. But, this ain't everyday life. Come on, man.
Are connected with, whether it's a repatriation flight or those Aboriginal community members who have been staying here following the Catherine cluster. Davina, what we do know is that this is definitely going to bring this gold standard facility under intense scrutiny. On
the gold standard facility? The gold standard for what? Tyranny? Man, this is the gold standard, man. It's like, man, you know what they're going to have to do now? We're going to have to put some juice on that fence. But the stuff is wild, man. It's too wild. I've heard some of them say that they got barbed wire at the top of some of these fences. I'm like, dang, bud. It's straight up like a prison. Why do you need to take somebody to a camp? Why can't they stay at their house? Oh, it's just what we got to do, man. But this don't lead nowhere great. You know what I'm saying? Where are you taking us? I mean, dang, bud. I can't stay at my crib. You got to take me to Howard Springs. Against my will. That's what you got to do. Come on, man.
Sunday, we had a man escape and found on Darwin's party precinct, and this latest situation is only going to put us under the microscope further.
Not good news. Okay, Talius, thank you.
Not good news? Did you hear that? Not good news. That's all this. This ain't good news. This ain't great. This ain't the news that we want to hear. What you want to... But the not great news is that you've got quarantine camps that you go and picking up folks against their will and taking them to. That's what's not good news. 9 News should be like, man, this should be dismantled immediately. What is this? These people aren't criminals. They didn't kill anybody. They didn't go up and stab nobody. They didn't steal nothing. They didn't whoop nobody's ass in the street. You know what I'm saying? But they act like they're the filth of filth. It's like I said earlier, bud. It's like whatever serial killer you can think of. Whatever prize killer off of any of the movies you can think of. It's like one of them got loose. And they on the prowl, bud. Bloodshed is next. I mean, hide your kids. Get inside your house. Lock your doors. 3 have escaped. And they bring in the coop with them. But it's getting ridiculous. And it's just everyday news. Broad daylight. Yep, it's just bad news for the community, man. Some more people who are against science out there spreading the coop. Man, you got to go hide out. You got to go hide in the bushes out there in Australia. Stuff getting tough, man. Man, I got to break out of a facility. A quarantine facility. Man, this is wild, dude. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a whole lot of folks who called us conspiracy theorists last year. Oh. And now this year they're like, oh, well, you know, that's okay. It's just something we have to do. It's like, hold on, just last year when I talked to you about all this stuff, oh, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist. Now it's coming to pass. It like, oh, well, it's just what we got to do. Man, dang, Bo, get out of the cult, man. The cult leads you to hell. The cult, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The cult will lead you to hell. The cult needs a blood sacrifice. And they don't care any blood to do, alright? So don't think your blood won't be next. I want to know your thoughts on this in the comment section below, Bo. I seen this and I was like, man, they putting this out like some famous folks who done killed hundreds of thousands of people done escaped. And they know when they get out, Bo, all they got is a bloodlust. That's it. That's all they got. They said, man, I got to go kill today. But no, Bo, it's just folks who don't want to be up in your quarantine facility. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe. Check out both podcasts I'm part of Inside the Cube and Day Zero. So on all major podcast platforms. If you'd like to support the channel further, there are links in the description section below as well. For that, as always, being Boys Q420. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.